Ooh, we're drifting a little bit. Hello. Welcome. This is Late Night Lori. 11:35 p.m. on Thursday, July 24th. Lori's Little Bit of Crafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, coming to you from Wisconsin. And I was looking to do something bright and fun, and once I started working with all of these things, I just kept getting more ideas and more ideas. So there's a whole lot going on here. And I just want to go grab one other thing. Some old ribbon. You know how you've got lots of stuff in your stash? Yeah, I've got lots of stuff in my stash too. So if you join me live, I do have my iPad on. I'll be watching for comments as best I can. It's always fun to have people comment and collaborate as to what is going on. And if you've not stopped in before, let me know where you're from. And I'm going to get started. So let me just run down quickly some of the things I'm going to use. So first off, I've got this birthday celebration set. They're stamps and dies. I used the little banner here, and they are somewhere. There they are. Okay, want to make sure I didn't lose them. I used the number 8. I used this strip here because it makes like the banner string or rope. Let me grab a drink of water quick. We'll see if I can keep from coughing tonight. We'll see. So I think that's all I used from there. I'm going to use probably this Make-A-Wish. Oh, and I do have this on a block ready to go. So let me set this off to the side. I'm just going to wheel over my little cart here, and I'm going to start making a pile. Then I pulled out a sentiment from this Greetings for All Mix and Match. And I pulled out this happy birthday. And what I'm actually doing is a little surgery on it. So I'm taking these pieces and I'm going to leave the birthday intact. But I thought what I would do is cut apart the letters for happy and put each of them on one of the little banner pieces. So let's just do that real quick so I can get those little putsy things out of the way. All right. And we'll just see how this kind of comes together. Like I said, once I started working on this, I kept getting more ideas because as I cut something out, and you can see I have some things cut out already. The idea was to try to make good use of my time here so that I don't keep people on here forever. I know sometimes these get a little long, and sometimes it's just because I'm chatting with whoever shows up. Sometimes it's just because I'm a putsy stamper. And as you can kind of see by my table here, I'm a little bit of a messy stamper too, so messy stampers unite, right? All right. And this is going, I think, to my granddaughter, Riley. She is my guest stamper from time to time. And her birthday's not for a few months yet, but when I started looking at these, I thought, oh, that looks kind of fun. I could just make it into a birthday card for Riley. So obviously she's going to be 8. But as we go along and I show you some of these pieces, I'll show you some of the other ideas that were coming to mind. And I think as a card for an 8-year-old, it's going to be just fine. So welcome those of you that are joining me. Thanks for popping on. Feel free to let me know where you're dropping in from. Feel free to comment and collaborate. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's all kind of about sharing ideas. So the birthday celebration is the first thing I'm starting with. So the stamps and the dies. And then I pulled out the happy birthday sentiment from this Greetings for All, and I'm doing a little surgery on part of the sentiment because the happy birthday was all one piece, and I decided to make it not one piece. And I used the dies from that birthday celebration bundle, and I made some little banners. Now I probably could have been more careful and tried to really cut these letters out really pretty, but quite honestly, I don't think an 8-year-old's gonna care how perfectly I fussy cut these. So we're just winging it. We're just making it happen, and it'll be fine. If this was, you know, an adult card or a card that I was really trying to impress somebody with, or, you know, it needed to be something super special for, you know, 50th anniversary or something, I would certainly take more care to fussy cut better. But I'm not a fan of fussy cutting, so it really doesn't matter. And we're almost done with this little step. Now the birthday I'm going to leave all together because I don't feel like cutting out 8 more letters, because I think it'll work fine with kind of what I have in mind. So we'll see. And hopefully my granddaughter and her mom don't watch this, because then it won't be a surprise. Although she might forget about it by the time her birthday comes, because it is several months away. So we've got some happy going on. We've got some birthday going on. And the main colors I'm using are Lemon Lime Twist and Berry Burst. So we'll use those for the banner probably. And the Make-A-Wish that I'll have for the inside. I'm going to get these out of the way because I'm done with those. And then these are the awesome Party Banners dies. I have only used them a couple of times. And I thought what I would do tonight is feature the banners on my card. All right, so we've got the R for Riley, the 8 for her 8th birthday. And I took this one. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is probably the 9th one, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th one from the middle. And I cut these out of the Celebration Expressions Memories and More card pack. And these are really fun. So on this particular, using this die, I was actually able to get 2 banners out of 1 card. All right. So some of these other banners would work as well, like probably up to this one. And what I did too is, I'll get to that in a second. So you can get 2 banners of this size. So the 6th one in from the, or out from the center, you can get 2 banners from that one. And you could probably keep that and frame some pictures or something. So that's for those. And then what I did, I'm going to keep these because we're going to maybe make some candles. So I've got these 2 pieces on here, and I thought what I would do, that's going to go with those banner pieces. I thought what I would do is just stamp some little banner pieces on here to kind of make a tone-on-tone design. All right. So we've got a bunch of stuff going on here, and I'm just trying to go in an orderly fashion, but it doesn't always work. Let's see if we put these on here. The one I just stamped won't even show. So we'll put this down here. We can put another one in here. It won't show. And we'll put more over here maybe. And maybe up here. All right. So let's just put this away for now so I don't get all inky. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and put these on here right away. So I think what I'll do is I'll glue this one directly to the base. And I'll show you how I did this base in just a minute. Because you can see it's flagged here. I used those, but I made my card base in one piece without having to glue or affix anything together. So that's really easy to do, and I'm going to show you because I did it twice for this card. And I'm going to grab a different bottle of glue next time because this one is truly almost gone. So let's just go ahead and put that one like so. I need to move it in a little bit, but I'm trying to cover up that little glue blob that I put on there. And then this one I think I'll put up on dimensionals. Add a little pop of dimension there. Now I should get used to using my take your pick tool to take those off of the sheet. I usually use my fingers or tweezers to get them off the sheet, and then I use my pokey tool to take the backings off, but you can use the pokey tool to take it off the sheet as well. So you can see that this is the same card. So side by side I'm using the balloon side for one and then the background side for the other. All right, so that's going to go like that. The R is going to go here. And I think I want to make that have some texture. Let's add just a little oomph to the R. I'm going to move these over. Let's move these up here. Hopefully I won't lose anything. And hello, Fifi. Welcome. Got lots of parts and pieces today, so whatever you missed, you can kind of just go back and catch up. Oops, this is a 3D embossing folder, so I only need the base plate and plate 4. There it is. Get it, there we go. So I am doing something bright and lots going on because this will be for my guest stamper Riley. I love that. A little bit of texture on there, just really stepped it up a little bit. Looks better than just the plain old letters. So let me get this out of the way for now. We'll need this again in just a minute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on so that I don't lose it. Yeah, I'm using the Celebration Expressions, Memories and More card pack. There's lots of fun colors in here. I haven't used it for a bit, but there's a lot in here to choose from. So if you don't have those, you might want to get them. You know, there's still free shipping. You could put in a third order, right? And I did put one order in last night. I didn't do one yet for today. So, all right, let's put this R on the front. And I'm kind of building this as I go so I don't lose any of my pieces. And that's just going to go on there random. And I've got this little number 8 here. So let's put a little glue on that. Or did you already put in your third order? Maybe that would be a better question, huh? Maybe you're way ahead of me. I tried to get some of this stuff done ahead of time. I know sometimes these go a little long when I try to interact. Don't tempt you, right? All right, so this is kind of the front. I think I could find some fun embellishments. Like maybe the Darling Duckling might look kind of funky with that. So we'll see. I can always add, oh, here we go. We could do the Timid Tiger on here. Why don't we go ahead and do that? We'll just add a few of these. I'm going to put one there because my banner kind of ended there. And then maybe, oops, I dropped that one. I could put two more. We'll just put them up on here. That'll be fine. And I'm just going to use all the kind of smaller ones. All right. Got to have embellishments. All right, so the front is basically done. I'm just it could say happy birthday on there, but I'm building more inside. So let me show you how I did my card. All right, because I'm going to move this out of the way. These are awesome. And then if you're wondering, this letter came from these new party alphabet dies. So we've got the party banners dies and then the party alphabet dies. And Layered Thoughts has happy birthday stuff in here. I didn't actually use this today because on the package, you can see on the label, it's at 85%. So these are a lot bigger than that. So the happy birthday I would have had to have done some surgery or done it sideways. That could have worked. I could have done sideways. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. That might be good. See, so many ideas, so little time. So I ended up cutting another piece with the next banner size up. And I used that same banner so that I could add this as a layer here. And I'm going to do this kind of as a fun fold. So this is going to go inside. All right. So I'm going to put this here. And then if we stamp, I might like that happy birthday in there. But no, I did this already. We're going to put this in here. Don't change horses in the middle of the stream. All right. So then this is going to go on here. And I am just going to affix this on 3 sides. I'm going to leave one side open because I might put another banner tip in here and have it say pull on it, and she can pull out some money or a gift card. All right, so I'm going to kind of plan ahead for that. I can always tuck in a little glue there if I decide to change my mind. So let me glue this in here so I don't lose this piece too. Thank you, Fifi. Once I started cutting things out, I just kept having, you could do this with this. And it was crazy. So that's why there's just so many pieces here. And this bottle is almost empty too. You can tell I've been crafting a lot. All right, so when you do this piece, I cut just a smidge off. Let me line this up better. I cut just a smidge off so that I could not have any layover or hangover there from the fold. All right. So, and then I put it on all 4 sides anyway. I guess we're not putting a gift card in here. Don't you just hate it when that happens? That's what I get for trying to rush through this. And then this I'm just going to go ahead and glue in here right now too. We'll try my 3rd bottle of glue. Although, you know, I could have put my little pull thing here too. But I wasn't thinking ahead. So once I started putting this together, I mean, it's coming together very quickly. All right, and then this happy birthday was all one sentiment. But I did a little surgery on here. So this is going to be a banner here. So let's go ahead and glue this piece on. And then I think once I have that glued on, I can show you how I cut those pieces. Fifi, you've probably already seen it before, but as other people watch this, they might not realize how to modify cutting the dies so that you can have a fold. So we're just going to put that there. And I'm just going to wait to trim off those ends. So let's go ahead and start gluing these letters. I'm going to start with the P that's going to be in the middle. And we're just going to put that up there in the middle. Whoops, that kind of bent a little bit. All right. And I didn't worry too much about fussy cutting these really precisely because it's going to be for an 8-year-old and she's probably not going to care. I did say a little earlier, if it was, you know, a 50th wedding anniversary or something more important, I would have taken more care with my fussy cutting skills. But like I said, it's for an 8-year-old, she's not going to care. And I'm going to make another one very similar to this for our bonus grandson. There, so there's the happy. And then we're going to put the birthday on here. I do think she will love it. She'll love all the colors. She'll love that it's got purple or pinkish purple in there. From one day to the next, we don't know if her favorite color is pink or purple. All right, so now I can go ahead and trim these ends off. And it probably would have been easier for me to do if I would not have glued that in first, but it is what it is. And it worked, so that's fine. All right, so here's the start. Here's that side. We've got the inside in. And I think what I want to do is put a couple more of these banners in here on the inside. And I'm going to be a little more careful with this one just to make sure that I don't go over the edge of the page. Oh, that didn't work. See, I probably should have stamped before I glued. We'll see if we can remedy this a little bit. We'll just hold it on here a little bit better. There, that was better, and we'll put the happy birthday up there. I'm not happy with that because I did move it a little bit, but it'll work. Let me go get a marker. Maybe that'll work. We'll just get the stamped and right marker, and we'll kind of fill this in a little bit. Nobody will ever know. Seriously, nobody's ever going to know. It looks like it belongs that way. Phew! That was a close call. All right, whew. All right, so we're done with that. And then let's do this, mask the edge. I could have, but you know, that takes time, right? It'll be our secret. All right, so let's do this Make-A-Wish. Let's see if I have way too much ink on here because I did kind of go squish, squish, squish instead of tap, tap, tap. All right. Let's put that right over here. And I should have my piercing mat under here because that does help with that photopolymer. But beautiful. All right, rinse that off right away and that's all clean. Get rid of my debris. All right, so I think what I will do on this one is close up my ink first. I think what I will do, I must have gotten some of the berry burst is on there. I think what I will do is I will take another piece and I'll make the pocket here. In fact, there's a pocket with this die set. I could make a pocket, or I think it will probably look better just to have another banner like this. So I will make another banner to do the inside, and I'll be more mindful so that it'll actually hold a gift card or money. It would be fun just to put $8 in there since she's going to be 8. All right. So seems like it needs something else here. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do some candles. So do you remember this cherry punch? It's retired now. It's the Cherry Builder punch. I saw Stampin' Up! Did something a long time ago. It was a birthday card. They used those cherry leaves as flames for candles. So I have 8 of those. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 of those. And what I thought I would do is a bunch of little candles to put on here. Got a little glue gunk on there. So let's just make a bunch of little candles. And let's see, I've got this as a 1/2 inch. So let's just start cutting a bunch that are a 1/2 inch. All right, so this is, we'll go here and that'll be a 1/2 inch. So that's 2. And then I need to take off a 1/4. That's going to be kind of hard. So I'm just going to mark it with a pencil where I have to take it off. We'll go this way. That'll be close enough. And this has some banners at the bottom, but I'm going to use that part. And then let's use this one. So 1, 2, 3. That's too much. We could probably just, oh no, that one won't work. All right, we just need to find a few more designs. I should probably just get my bigger trimmer here, because then I can see the 1/2 inch better. All right, so that's 5. Guess we'll do this one. 6. We might have to do a design more than one. So I guess we don't have this one. 2, 4, 6, so I need 2 more. There's that one. Oh, I know. We'll just take a 1/2 inch off of maybe this one. There we go. All right, now I'm going to get these out of the way because we don't really need those anymore, and that'll give me a little bit more space. All right, so we'll go like this. We'll just start gluing some of these on. some bling on the inside. Was that instead of the candle? So 1, 2, hopefully I can fit 8 of them on here. 3, let's get a flame on here. She'll count them, I know. Oh, I did put a little bit of bling on the front. I've got some of the in color flat pearls. But I think Wink Estella, she loves Wink Estella. So I think we'll do some Wink Estella on there to shimmer it up. She'll love that. All right, so here's a bunch. This will be fun. And just think, I get to do another one similar to this for the grandson. His will be probably red and black, though. His favorite color is red right now. And he's 2 years older than Riley. All right, so I think 2 candles are going to have to go over here. But I love these little leaves that work as... We might be able to do this, huh? Oh, yeah. We'll just layer them on top of each other. I love the little leaves that double as flames. And I made some birthday cards using those and some other Memory and More cards for my nephew, great nephew, for his birthday. All right. So we'll cover up part of the H. That won't matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So now, obviously, we can't leave all those there. Let me get rid of my glue. So that cherry punch is old, but you could easily find one of our heart punches had some little teardrop type things. You could find some other leaf that would be pretty similar. I have to go this way because I'm left-handed. So there's lots of different things you could do, or you could just freehand them, you know, that would work. And I guess I am going to have to go this way. I can't see as well being left-handed, cutting that side, but it'll work. Oh, fun. I think she's going to like this. All right. Just want to trim that edge a little bit. You probably can't see on camera, but it's not... It wasn't quite coming off the edge like it should have. Now, I can save all of these for the grandson's card, maybe. We'll see if they're dark enough. All right, so I'm going to add another banner in here to put her money in. This will flip up like this, and we can say, you know, happy birthday, you know, from Grandma and Papa. So how fun is that, right? Now, let me show you... Fifi, you've probably already figured it out, but I'm going to show you a couple of other things that I did with the banner dies. So first, instead of the balmy blue, I think that's balmy blue. Yeah, it's balmy blue. Originally, I had cut a white one, all right? And all I did was I took the die and I laid it so that the top part, obviously, is not going to cut. So the cutting edge extends past the fold, all right? So, and then I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, all right? So if you want to be careful and just move it up quite a bit, hopefully you can see on there. But you know, you could leave a little bit of gap in there just so that you're sure you're not cutting off your fold line. All right. So then the fun thing, I decided not to use this for this card because I wanted more color. I didn't just want white. All right. So I'll use that for something else. But this void piece, look at this. You could use this on a scrapbook page. And I use those letters. Now I would probably put these through the embossing folder again. And this would be great on a scrapbook layout, don't you think? You know, as like the heading. So that was something. You could also do it, not necessarily with that banner piece, but you could also do a negative. I was looking for just a plain piece of paper, but you kind of get the idea. You could actually do it like this too. You could do blending brushes, and then you could, you know, use this as a mask. So many things you could do with that. So if you're contemplating doing that, make sure that you keep your inside piece, all right? But I think this would look great on a scrapbook layout. So I'm going to hang on to these because I have plenty of pictures to put in there. And then to do the banner on the side, so you could have done it like this where I have it on the side. I did the same thing. All right, so just take the banner die and just make sure the cutting edge is off the fold line. Okay, so that's very simple. Now when we open this one, that looked like a crown to me. So you could even use like the banner die from the birthday set, and you could cut it across to make it, you know, curved, or you could just freehand cut, I suppose. But that looked like a crown to me. So if it was a little shorter maybe, and then you could bling it up, that could go on a scrapbook page. And when I cut out the banner, what banner did I cut out? Because these are bigger. I probably decided not to use that one. But anyway, this banner here, I cut it out and I centered it, and then this is where I got the 8 from, and I kept the pieces for my 8 because I figured I could use it again on a scrapbook page. Here's a picture of the 2 kiddos. This is from a few years ago. It's a Halloween picture, but I had it at my crafting table. Go figure, I'd have a picture of my guest stamper at my table. So this, to me, makes a perfect frame that would be great on a scrapbook page or a home decor piece. Right? So I didn't really have any idea what I wanted to make when I first came on. I was kind of inspired by this card I made quite some time ago, and that was just using the birthday celebration and the dies. So what I did here was I used the little die to cut those out, and then I backed it with designer series paper, and then I cut some more banners out with white and just made the white banner. So that's kind of where I was getting my inspiration, because I really like this card. And I've had it sitting up on my shelf where I keep all of my things. It does kind of look like that, huh? Yeah, cool. So many ideas. So, you know, Fifi, I'm sure, excuse me, I'm sure you have lots of creativity, but for others that, you know, you're not quite sure, oh, what should I do with this? Just start doing. Just take your things, old stuff, new stuff, doesn't matter, mix up colors, things that you wouldn't think would go together, and just start making things, you know? And like this, I've got these pieces that are left over, and I'm thinking, I can use this for another project. So that's all the ideas I have to share right now. All right. I had promised to use these dies and the letter dies back when I was first ordering them because they were unavailable for a while when I wanted to get them. So these are a few things I came up with. The banner with the letters inside for her name would be another one for the scrapbook. So let me know if you've got some other ideas. I'm going to post a picture of this on my Facebook page, which is Lori's Little Bit of Crafting as well. So if you've got some other things that, you know, you've maybe found some ways that you can do cards and scrapbook, maybe add a comment there and include your picture of your project. So obviously we can't put pictures here on YouTube, but you can add them to my Facebook page. So Fifi, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the feedback. So one last look, and I will put another piece here so I can tuck some cashola in there for her. But I think she'll love it. All right. Phew. Whirlwind. So I'm a little, I guess it's almost 45 minutes. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Until next time, which will likely be tomorrow. Happy crafting.